Quick cuts from Knife Chats. Like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you. So just a very quick update on my growing collection of space-related Victorinox Classic SD knives. To briefly recap, the very first one I picked up is this one here, which was 2017's Spacewalk, which has a little dog on a long leash and a spaceman on the other side. And they're out in space doing a spacewalk. And then the next one I picked up was the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing. This is a Swiss knife shop exclusive, and so it's not the Victorinox limited edition ones that come out every year, but we know it came out in 2019 because that was the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing. I picked up this one and the Tinker. I do not have the Tinker that was the official release by Victorinox. And then I recently was able to snag Starlight Starbright off of eBay. I'm not sure why the person was giving it away. This was the 2015 limited edition. And you see the various constellations in there, including the Victorinox shield and also a knife that sort of resembles the Classic SD. And then I recently picked up Pugs in Space, or Space Pug, I think is actually the way they call it. And this is also a Swiss knife shop exclusive. And I believe this one probably started life around the same time as the Spacewalk did, because they're both dog related. But I was finally able to find the first one that kind of began it all. At least as far as I know, this is the one that began it all. And I also scored a kind of interesting little lanyard with it, with this little skull on the end there. I'll be removing the lanyard that came with it and probably use it on some other knife because I don't need it for this one. But this is the 2014 Space Cleaner, and I think this was the very first of the limited edition series knives that was devoted to outer space or to astronauts. And what you see is the little vacuum back here, and then as it comes around you see the astronaut on the front side sweeping up all the stars. And it's kind of a play on the whole thing of the vacuum of space, because, well, it's a vacuum in space, so that's pretty cool. In any case, I finally managed to get it, and so now, as far as I know, I have all of the limited edition, the annual limited edition Classic SDs that were devoted to space. The 2014 Space Cleaner, and yes, the blades are in really good shape. It has definitely been used, but not poorly used, so it's in very good condition, so I'm really happy with that. Have not cleaned it or anything yet. I just picked it up and thought I would show it. And scissors work fine, and just really nice. And like I said, I got this bonus lanyard with it that I will probably put on a different knife. But there you have it, the 2014 Space Cleaner, the 2015 Starlight Starbright, and finally Spacewalk, with the dog on the back. And as for which one I like best, I probably actually like the 2017 with the dog the best, but this one definitely has a great sense of humor about it, with the astronaut out there. This is vacuuming up space, because space is a vacuum. But there you have it. There's all of my space-related Classic SDs. And this is one of those things that if you're looking at collecting knives on a budget, what better way to do it than looking at the Classic SDs and looking at the various artwork on the various handles and stuff, because that way you can definitely build a nice looking collection, and with a decent theme to it or something like that, on a very low price. So You don't have to collect every classic LE that comes out every year. I know there's people who do that. And I know if you have all 10 of the year, it's going to be a more valuable collection. But trust me, these three knives here, people really dig them, and people are willing to pay a good penny for them. So if you can get them for a budget price, and by budget price at this point, I would say this one, if you can get it for $25 or so, consider it a good deal. If you can get either of these for $30 or $35, you're probably getting it for a steal, because they go for a lot more than that on the open market right now. People are asking $40 and $50 for it and getting it. Fortunately, I did not have to pay that much for either of these two. And that's another wrap for a quick cut. Thanks a lot for dropping by.